Hi, it's Liz. Today is Saturday, so I have been trying to do more of the pegboard. I have ordered more accessories and I figured out that I'm going to use the other pegboard in our tool room so we can use some of those accessories in the tool room as well as on this pegboard that I'm going to be using. So today I have started to do some bunnies. It is Easter long weekend, and so I've done a couple of these bunnies. I'm going to do them in different colors. The file pattern is different, and so just made it really simple and cute. So I'm just going to make a bunch of other different bunnies to go along with that series. Oh yeah, so I joined TikTok this last week because I was talking to my sister and she does social media accounts, and she was saying, you know, TikTok is a great place to get exposure. The algorithm is really great, like being able to search and find things. So I joined it and I posted some videos of the bunnies being made, and it's interesting. So I've been doing like a combination of, you know, YouTube shorts, YouTube longer ones, regular ones like these ones, and then with the TikTok as well, being 15 seconds. You definitely get more views on these short little clips just because more people are just scrolling, maybe don't have the time to watch a full segment, but just our attention span is growing differently, I think, too. But it's funny when you put so much time and effort into these longer clips, and then when you do these like little 15-second, next little video type thing, you get your subscribers up. So right now I'm basically feeling about done for embroidery. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I've been doing it about 9 or 8 o'clock this morning. So I've gotten amazing stuff done. I've got all those in this plastic thing, and I'll probably further organize them. I just wanted to have all of them in one place so I could figure that out. I cut and put them, these ones are the much larger shapes. I put them all in the one tote just so I can find them, but this is also not just from today, this is from like the previous week, just doing 1 or 2 sheets a day just after work type thing of what I can. I just finished up some of the hexagons, so those are the black hexagons. I wasn't able to find black felt at the fabric store when I went, so I had some of these sheets, individual sheets, so I don't have a ton of them. I think I only have 2 more. But I am running low on what I've already cut, so I am going to have to do that tomorrow. Since it's a long weekend, I also wanted to get to some of my sewing projects, so I was thinking maybe this afternoon I'll do that because I do have a stack next to my desk of sewing projects that I need to get done. One of them is I buy the opposite season because they're heavily discounted. So this one is a Halloween that's a panel. It was heavily discounted, so I want to add some backing to that, some maybe muslin backing, and then down at the bottom there's even more panels, so I think that'll be nice to have those. I also have this plaid. It's a really thin plaid. It's not like a heavy fleece one, but I usually just serge them and then sew them up. Because I love making just throw blankets with them. They're so handy to have. So sometimes I'll cut them in half and then sew them up together, so then they produce a nice wrap around. And this has been sitting in my stash for some time, so I want to get it done. So I would like to use up those baskets because I would like to use it for the projects that I'm making now. Put them in baskets and then put them in a secondary location after I've collected a bunch of them. I think that's kind of always been my workflow, and it's worked out really well. So what I do is I just find and I pin the sides together as I go down and find the end, like the halfway point. Then I'm just gonna cut down the halfway point and then I'll serge everything together. If I don't like how the serging looks, I can always bring it around the other side and then just top stitch it so you don't see the serging lines. But depending on how fancy you want it to be, but that's just my really easy and simple way of doing blankets, because you have something really long, but I want something more square. So just trying to find the halfway point and pinning it before you cut it is kind of key. So my plan for the panels, this is like 1 panel, 2 panels, is I did a rough cut and then I have the big panel. serge it, put my right sides together. Muslin fabric doesn't really have right sides, but right sides together, and then sew all around it, leave a bit of a hole, then flip it inside out, do a top stitch, and be done. So I'm going to cut out these panels as well, little gnome ones, and then I'll do serge around it. So I'll show you what I've done so far. So I just serged around the edges, just leave the edges loose. The panel is all serged around. I also bought this fabric, little gnome pieces, but I'm trying to figure out, do I just use muslin fabric and then they can be kind of like felt story pieces? So what I've been doing is getting some muslin, putting it on top, cutting it out. Then I will stitch it, leaving a little hole on one side, either on the side or at the bottom. And then when you flip them inside out, I still haven't poked out the corners, but they look like that. So pretty cute. I'm gonna iron it and then I'll do a top stitch on it, probably in orange if I should have some orange. So I will complete that. So it is Monday, it's a holiday, so which is really nice because typically I would be at my 9-to-5 job, but I am able to do some crafty stuff. I am wearing the same clothes as I wore yesterday. It's just going to be a continuation on a sewing and trying to get all this stuff done, which feels really good because I did empty out one of these baskets, which was my goal for this weekend. I still have some threads to cut, but I was able to top stitch and sew some of these like chilling with my Nomi type things, which was this gnome one is cooler. Yesterday, I think I placed an order like Saturday and I got my Amazon order Sunday, so really like the next day, which really doesn't happen in my area. It's usually like 2-3 days, 5 days, is usually never the next day, so I was really surprised. So I bought a 100-piece set for my pegboard. I think it was around $30, so it was double the amount of pieces for the same amount of price as that other one that Ever built that I got from Home Depot. So I want to try to finish up my pegboard. We did install a pegboard this weekend in the tool room, so I want to try to start that as well. But they are a bit of a different peg. So like the ones I got from Amazon like have this black tip, and the ones I got from that other store did not. So that's the main difference. So these tips do come off, so if I wanted to do that. So some of the hooks that I found were a little bit bigger, but maybe I haven't found the smaller hooks yet. But I'll have a further look when I get more into my Amazon order. So everything shifted around a bit just because I was taking some photos. I got these blanks from a website, I can't remember the name, but this is a Bella and Canvas tee, so I wanted to try that out, do some embroidering. Eventually I want to take first some like measurements and flat lays and just kind of get an overall feeling for it and see like what's the dimension, if it's gonna work. This is a really nice, it's just a Gildan soft style. This one's a small. I'm 5'6" and it fits more like a medium for me. Like I would definitely consider that more of a medium. And then I also got a Fruit of the Loom medium 100% cotton. I feel like this was a unisex. It is really long on me, but it is super comfy, 100% cotton. And so I wanted to go and do some flat lays. I also have some baby clothes I want to take some pictures of. So with the embroidery, you can go so many different directions. So while I was doing some pictures, I decided I'm going to do some numbers. So I was able to get 1 through 7 on my 200 by 200 hoop. And then I'll have to do 8, 9 on a different hoop and just do a whole bunch of the 8, 9s. We can also do a 10, do another 1 and a 0 on there too. So that's always an option. So I think I did 3 of those. These are Primrose. I knew of the name. They're so pretty. They're just starting to come out for April. So they're so fragrant. They're so nice. So I was going to include some of those in the flat lays. Make sure I have some measurements in the flat lays before I ever embroider them. I have a couple of sweatshirts that I want to like try to embroider. I could even do it on like this one here and do something at the collar, or at the bottom just to try it out before I actually do one on the blank. So that is my plan now. I'm gonna go clear off the kitchen table, do some flat lays, and then also do some felt cutting. So this is one of the Fruit of the Loom. It's 100% cotton. I do like this Gildan soft style. It's 80% cotton and 20% polyester. This is a size small though, and I would definitely say it fits more like a medium. So this is the Bella and Canvas Racer Back Tee in a size medium. I'd say it's pretty true to fitting, where I usually get a medium for being 5'6". Alright, so I'm gonna start cutting some of the fabric, and I just have a little sheet. So usually I get a meter of the fabric. So with a meter of the fabric, then I can cut this many squares. I have the 140 hoop, the 200 by 200 hoop, and then I have a smaller one that I use like for the mini cupcakes and the stop sign and stuff. So I use 140 hoop, but then I make it smaller. It is Thursday. I think it's like 7:30ish, so I have not done any embroidery. I had a meeting yesterday that was basically work and meeting, and then on Tuesday I've been taking some fitness classes. So Tuesday and today I did fitness class, but I did end up completing and trying out a cupcake. Also, the cupcake is one file, and then the border is another file. I don't love my color combination, so I'm going to redo it with a different combination and maybe even just get one file done tonight. So the reason why the sprinkles, there is 2 blue sprinkles here, because when I first ran the file, I hadn't run it before, and when you do a certain color down here, it's tied to one of the sprinkles up here. So that is why one of the sprinkles you can't really see. So this isn't the best color combination I chose. I do really like this blue though. So I was thinking this would be like a great felt story for something like down at the bakery shop. You could have multiple of these. It is quite large, and this is the smallest file. Alright, so a very different feel with this cupcake. The blue, the yellow, and the white. There'll be a separate video for this. It's definitely a different feel than that type of cupcake. Well, I didn't clip my threads, but yeah, definitely the different feelings with the different colors of cupcakes. So I'll be able to make some more, and I'm going to use my color wheel. I think that is an essential tool, especially when you're using 2 or more colors. With the white, I can definitely use different colors. I was thinking like the lavender might be a good one, but I'll do the color wheel and see what it come up with. So thank you so much for watching this kind of week-long vlog. I tried to do it from Friday, Saturday till about Thursday, Friday, just depending on the day and how much I get done and what I am doing. So thanks for coming along the journey. Leave me any comments down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!